start.
Yeah, we showed a lot of fight, Tomo, there's no doubt about that. But, I think physically, the Dragons won that sort of contest. So, in some ways we got what we deserved in the end there. But you've got to admire sort of your fighting spirit, I suppose.
Disappointing for Jermaine. You set up and the line was wide open. You got one over him and it just happened.
Yeah, you can look at it from a positive or a negative. Like the positive was we created the opportunity or the gap, but we got to be better executing that particular play. Darbs picked the right pass, and at the end of the day, Jermaine's just got to catch that ball and fall over the line pretty much. Would have put us out, I think, 30-24 or something like that. So probably would have given us a bit of momentum, but the game wasn't won or lost on that particular play. I thought. A lot of the little things in our game tonight weren't where I would like them to be and where we need to be to, get a result there tonight. So we got what we deserve in a lot of ways.
Did they fall back into a few old habits in construction, like where forwards taking a one-off where you've asked them and try to get them with the 6 and 7 with their hands on the ball really early?
I think there's a little bit of fatigue early. I think Dragons had quite a bit of footy early, but not so much. Again, when you score 24 points, you should be able to win the game, I would have thought. I think I was really, really pleased with Milf tonight. I thought he was outstanding in a lot of ways. His kicking game in the first half probably kept us in the game, and I just thought we needed to be better with some little areas of our game. So again, we've got to learn about that. We've got some young guys who probably had a lot of pats on the back, after last week's game. So the NRL's got a real habit to bring you back down to earth. And as I said, Dragons, they deserve to win tonight.
You're a bit disappointed some of the forwards' defence. Was it just some of those misreads there as well? The tries on Tavita for a start. I suppose it is one that you can go through it tonight.
Tavita, to be fair, I think he played the entire second half, which from a physical point of view is a real step in the right direction there. But as far as some of the tries up that we conceded there, I don't talk about the past, so I'm not sure what habits you're talking about there. But again, we gave them field position, and when you give teams field position, close to the line there, teams, particularly with big bodies like the Dragons, are always going to be hard to handle. But like I said, I'd need to have a really good hard look at a couple of the reasons. One thing I did think was that the Dragons forwards won the physical contest tonight. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, well, you win or you learn in the NRL. That's the way I sort of look at it. I think, we didn't dwell on the Cowboys game at all. We moved straight into our next job. So we need to learn from this game. We can't move straight onto our next job. We need to learn and take away what we can do better next week. And, I talk to the players all the time about little things. Little things become big things, whether it's to do with your preparation, whether it's to do with some of the effort areas in your game. A lot of those little things are choices. It doesn't take talent or skill, we were just we got beaten in those areas by the Dragons tonight, and ultimately that's what got them the result. Oh yeah, but I think we gave ourselves a chance to win the game. If Jermaine gets a field goal, there's a minute to go, and we're probably sitting in here and saying, it's been a great start. But at the end of the day, like I said, you either win or learn, and we need to have a good hard look at what our takeaways are there. I think physically we showed at the back end of both halves that we're a real physical side, we're a really fit side, and we can compete for long periods of time. But I just think we're a little bit off with some of the little areas I keep talking about and harping on, but you get what you deserve in the NRL.
Yeah, there's some flat spots, I guess, at the start of both halves. There's some good ball handling. You put your finger on.
Oh no, not really, but yeah, I agree with you. I think, like the analogy I use is we just dip the toe in. Against every team in the competition, unless you dive all the way in physically and emotionally, then you're on the back foot. And I just thought to start both halves, the Dragons probably ran a little bit harder and got their body in front a bit more aggressively, and then we got ourselves back in the contest. The last 20 minutes of both halves, we probably, were the dominant team in a lot of ways, but they just they started both halves very well, and they deserved to win the game. You know, they got themselves back in a position there for Corey to kick the field goal, and he did a great job executing that play.
Anthony, young Flegler tried hard again tonight. I guess the second turnover in particular was a costly one. Is he the sort of kid who'll pick himself up quickly from tonight?
Oh, well, that remains to be seen. You know, Tom's only 3 games into his NRL career, so it was probably a big lesson for him tonight. You know, like coming up against some experienced pros like James Graham and Tarek Sims and Paul Vaughan. You know, he probably was on top of the world for the last 6 days after the Cowboys game, and a lot of people in the press or whoever else were talking about him being the next Shane Webkin, all that sort of stuff, which I don't quite understand, because you're 2 games into an NRL career and he's got a lot of potential, but I reckon he learned a real valuable lesson tonight.
Have you spoken to him since he come off the field yet?
Spoke to him at half time.
Yeah. Is he all right? Does he get it? Like, he understands it's just...
Well, he's going to have to if he wants to play first grade Dobbo, you know. So, but as I said, you know, what you do during the week comes out on game day, and the little things are the difference between getting the result that you want and, you know, losing by 1 point. So he'll take away some lessons out of that, I'd imagine. Yeah, Lodgy will come straight back in. He deserves that. He's been outstanding for us in the pre-season, but also the 2 games that he played. I thought he was probably our best forward against the Storm and you know, probably against the Titans in the trial game as well. So he'll come straight back into that team. So you know, that's another big body there that we can use. And then you know, Payno's only I think 1 more week away after that. And you know, so there's a couple of guys to come back in, but I suppose I'm more focused on the guys who played tonight and what we can do better as a group, and you know, not just collectively but individually.
Thank you.